Today on The Hookup, we're at CES in my living room, checking out the latest tech trends in 2021. In keeping with the theme of 2020, this year's CES was weird, at home, and kind of terrible. There were some clear trends related to touchless technology, disinfecting, and social distancing, and as expected, there were also quite a few products related to spending more time in your home, which is something that we're all pretty familiar with these days. Let's get all the COVID stuff out of the way first. There were literally dozens of companies showcasing their large and small scale air purifiers. I'm not saying they don't work, but there's probably a reason that they're so prevalent. Selling some UVC LEDs and a fan for between $200 and $500 has a pretty decent profit margin. The product that I think that we're going to see in the most immediate future is the SteriRite system made by a company in Ohio. The SteriRite provides UV sanitized pens on demand for filling out paperwork and signing contracts. When you're done, just dump the pen in the top to be sent through a UV sterilizing carousel. Even in a post-COVID world, I could see these things becoming a standard in hospitals and doctors' offices. Another unique commercial product that I hope we'll see in the near future is the Clean Motion door handle. Driven by internal magnets, the Clean Motion sanitizes the door handle using an alcohol-based antiseptic after every use. This tech may be a few years out, but depending on the price point, I could see these popping up in high traffic areas and bathrooms in high-end buildings within the next year. The one COVID-related product that caught my eye was the UltraWave mask dryer and sterilizer. With a 10-minute run cycle and the ability to accept almost any mask type, these portable ultraviolet sterilizers would be perfect for refreshing your mask on a lunch break or a dinner break. The same company also makes a dog bone shaped pet MP3 player, so yeah. So what about non-COVID trends? LEDs are big this year. Between Twitch streamers and TikTokers, one common theme is colorful LEDs on the wall and ceiling. Twinkly, who made a big expansion into big box stores this year with their pre-lit addressable LED Christmas trees, has a line of LED wall panels slated for release in 2021. And I think they're unique enough to pull some major business away from Nanoleaf, LifeX, and Philips Hue. Speaking of TikTok, I think we're about to see an influx of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok influencers pushing kitchen accessories to take up your precious countertop space. A few years ago, it was the Instapot, and last year it was air fryers and multi-purpose cookers like the Ninja Foodi. This year, we've got a humidity-controlled oven from Anova and a more involved solution called the iWondercook that's sort of like a meal service and an oven in one. But if I'm being honest, it looks pretty half-baked, and I'm not sure it's going to make it to the market without some serious seed money. If you have any countertop space left after that, there are plenty of single-use gadgets to fill it up with, like a countertop beer brewer called the Beer Maker, which can brew beer right in your kitchen in just a week. Or maybe the dozens of countertop gardens from companies like Rise and Aero Garden and Gardein. So you can bring the farm inside. Don't forget about your drink dispensers. The Albuquerque stores and dispenses your wine at the perfect temperature. The Lifey is like a Keurig specifically designed for herbal tea and health drinks, and the Cuisin brings matcha to your countertop, but it's still not cheap. Ever wanted to buy soft serve ice cream that comes in non-perishable cans that you can then freeze in a countertop machine? 2021's got your back with the Cold Snap. Personally, I don't see the value in growing my own lettuce for $300 when I can get it for 99 cents a head at the supermarket, or wait a week to brew a 6-pack of beer for $600, but who am I to tell you how to live your life? I was actually kind of excited when I saw the Albuquerque countertop wine chiller and dispenser, but I quickly lost interest when I learned that each bottle needs to first be poured into a bag before putting it into the dispenser. The upside of the bag is that it allows the Albuquerque to remove all the air and empty space in the bag to preserve your wine perfectly for weeks. But I don't remember the last time that a bottle of wine lasted a single weekend in my house, so maybe it's not designed for my use case. One food-based product that I think is a legitimately great idea is a battery-powered lunchbox called the HeatBox that uses steam to reheat your meals instead of a microwave. I think this is a perfect solution for meal preppers who make an entire week's of healthy lunches on a Sunday to bring to work during the week. That is, assuming that we get to stop working from home at some point. HeatBox even sells Tupperware-style containers to store all the portions to just drop into your HeatBox in the morning. Robotic vacuum cleaners also continue to get better. Roborock announced a new mopping technology that uses high-frequency vibrations to more efficiently clean your floors. And Samsung has taken a whole different approach to robotic vacuum design. Most importantly, auto-empty bases have become the norm, with all major robotic vacuum companies either currently offering or having them slated for release in 2021. Samsung has also taken a totally new approach to refrigerator design with their new Bespoke line. The Bespoke is modular, allowing you to have side-by-side, top and bottom, or mixed configurations for your refrigerator. I think this is a really cool concept, but at least in the US, it's going to be limited since most houses are built with a fixed amount of space for their refrigerator. So the concept of having a custom width refrigerator isn't really possible. This is likely something that we're only going to see in new homes and remodels, but I guess that's what makes it future tech. In my opinion, the most important thing announced at CES isn't future tech at all, in any sense of the word. In an effort to reduce e-waste, Samsung has announced for a second time now a program called Galaxy Upcycling at Home, where they're going to be releasing special software to load onto your old, unused Galaxy cell phones to repurpose them in your house. The two use cases that they specifically showed were a baby monitor and a luminance sensor, but there are so many other great possibilities. DIYers have been hacking old cell phones for a decade, but if Samsung could find a way to make it easy for general consumers to repurpose their devices, it would not only reduce e-waste, but also give an incentive for people to upgrade their devices. It's a win-win for Samsung, and since cell phone companies seem to just be copying each other these days, maybe we'll see similar solutions from Apple and LG in 2021 or 2022. Samsung's second initiative to reduce waste from consumer devices is the first of my many fails at CES 2021. Samsung wants you to build small pieces of furniture out of the cardboard boxes that your TV comes in. That way you can have a Samsung branded coffee table to complement your new high-end Samsung TV. Just follow this complex set of instructions, and in just a few hours, you too can have cardboard furniture. The coolest part of CES is seeing what the future might have in store. But there were a few pieces of tech that the world just isn't ready for. Toto makes toilets. Great. Toto makes high-end toilets with built-in bidets. Cool. Toto recognizes you from your butt print and analyzes your waist to measure your digestive health and make dietary change suggestions. Too much, Toto. Too much. We all want our kids to grow up big and strong. How can you give your kid a leg up over the competition? How about some growth plate stimulating laser knee pads? Lumiola's H10 system claims to stimulate growth plates to make your kids taller and stronger. The best part is that the H10 is barely even noticeable, so they can wear them just about anywhere without getting strange looks. Good sleep is also really important for growing up healthy and strong. NYX has the Go Sleep device that hovers over you at night and adjusts the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the surrounding air to put you right to sleep and keep you there. I'm a pretty big advocate for technology, but letting a computer regulate your most essential biological processes while you're most vulnerable seems like a terrible idea. Still creepy, but less terrible, is the Mari, which is a sensor for your nightstand that uses lasers to monitor your heart rate and breathing while you sleep. If you have a snoring problem, the Mari subwoofer can also disrupt your sleep with low-frequency sounds to stop your snoring. And last and very least, my pick for the worst product of CES comes from a company called Family Self-Care. Ever heard of essential oils? They're these wildly expensive supplements that are touted to do things like cure Ebola, cancer, and paralysis. The most amazing part about them is that they do all these incredible things without any scientific backing or peer-reviewed studies. The Family Self-Care is an automated essential oil blender and dispenser to get you and your family just the right amount of pleasant-smelling placebo to cure all of your ailments. And it does it for the low price of $300 for the dispenser and $69 for each oil refill cartridge. Thank you so much to my awesome patrons over at Patreon for your continued support of my channel. If you're interested in supporting my channel, please check out the links down in the description. If you're new to this channel, I mostly cover secure, locally controlled smart home tech, and I make detailed comparison reviews to help you find the best devices in each product category. If that sounds like something you're interested, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching The Hookup.